weekend in China. Congrats on the sprint pole, sprint win, but then of course the disqualification came at the Grand Prix. How have you and the team dealt with that and discussed it, and hopefully it won't happen again? And then looking ahead to Suzuka here, what is possible for yourself and for Ferrari?
Yeah, well, I was at the factory with the team during the week. Really impressed with how the team digested and worked through the analysis and figuring out ways of working better moving forwards. Better processes and just being hopefully make sure that doesn't happen again. And then coming here this weekend. I mean, every weekend I do with the team is a new experience, at the track that I've been to before, but obviously it's the first time in a Ferrari around this track, and I don't know what to expect in terms of how the car will feel necessarily, but I feel positive. Obviously I've got 2 races behind me now and experienced the tyres, and like for example the C2 tyre that we had in the last race, I hadn't actually driven that before, so finally got a race with that under my belt, and yeah, I feel positive coming this weekend.
Great stuff, thank you, go well.
Thank you.
Well, Lewis, coming from very highs and very lows from last weekend, what can we expect this time? Because everyone is still like, oh, Ferrari with like super high expectations. So what do you think?
I mean, everyone, I think there was a lot of hype. Obviously, it's the start of the season. I think what's important to remember is that this is my first year with the team. I've come to a team I didn't expect to win from the get-go, and I didn't expect us to be fighting for the championship straight away. I've just really tried to spend this time observing how the team operates and how we're running, and learn as fast and as much as I can. And I've just been highlighting to the guys that my first time driving in the rain was the first race on the Sunday, and then I didn't actually get to do any of the. I was reflecting after the last 2 races. I didn't get to do the Abu Dhabi test, obviously, because I was obviously still with Mercedes. All the other drivers got to test those tyres, the 2025 tyres. And then when I came to do my Bahrain test and do my long run, I didn't even get to do it because we broke down. So my first long run in the dry, 20 laps, was actually the sprint race, which I'm quite happy with how I treated those tyres. And then the next day, we made some changes to the car, and it wasn't the right direction, and made it difficult through qualifying and then particularly in the race. So, but lots and lots of learnings to take from those 2 weeks, and I feel that's really helped prepare us better for moving forward.
You were speaking about tires. Here, like in China, in the first sector, there is a new tarmac. Here's the difference made by hitting the tire windows right away. Do you need to work on this as a team?
No, I think we get the tires getting the tires in the window. I think can be a challenge. I think having them in sync, so you can have the rears in the window and the fronts not in the window, or you can have the fronts in the window. Trying to get them to you kind of want to enter the first corner with the rears slightly below, and then through the corner they can kind of come up. So then if you start with too hot temperatures, then you have third sector often is an issue. If you start too cold, you have instabilities, lose too much in sector 1, and you might gain some back in the next 2. But trying to find the balance between that is a real challenge.
Luis, you mentioned really hard work has been done over the last couple of days from the team. How intensively have you been involved in this process?
I speak to the engineers almost every day at the moment, and I was there on Tuesday, so flew back, got back on Monday. I was at the factory on Tuesday, and then I left to come here early. But I've been massively a part of the processes that we're going through, but also I have to let the guys just get on with what they're doing. There's a lot of people within the team who are doing great work.
Thank you.
Were the disqualifications, Lewis, less of a concern over the week than trying to unlock the pace in the car? And how confident are you that Fred, he's a very calm head, can find the solutions and put the processes in place to get you where you need to be?
I'm 100% confident we can fix any of the problems that we have. We've got absolutely all we need within this team. I think I really spent these past couple of months just trying to observe the way the team operates. It's different to just different to what I've experienced in different. Every team's been different. McLaren was different. Mercedes was different. Again to McLaren and here again. So just observing and then seeing where I can contribute and what I can bring to the table is areas that we need to elevate for sure. But I think Fred's got a great approach, and again, I didn't expect to come straight into the season and win race one. Already the sprint race was a real bonus, to be honest. This was the first time I actually had done a long run on any of the tires, and then in the race, it's the first time I'd actually driven the C2 tire. So, yeah, I didn't feel too bummed or anything from the. I think those are the times you learn the most as a team, and I was really impressed. It was really interesting to see how the team dealt with it, and they're just really constructive, and everyone stayed positive. So we just move on.
It's our first race this season. I must say you look very good in red because it's the first time I see you up close. So from the time you're already in Ferrari, a new chapter, what is the thing that surprised you the most in a pleasant way?
I mean, I don't feel like I've been. I think the biggest surprise was seeing the sheer size of the factory. Obviously they build the road cars next door, so it's like the whole team, everyone's in red, and it's a huge organization, and just seeing how passionate everyone within the whole team, the whole 5,000 plus people are about racing, and how passionate they are about the Shield and being a part of the team. That was seeing that firsthand and seeing that within was I've never seen that before to that level. So that was really positive.